Catch 'em all.
Yo, what is going on, you Slackerz? I am your host, Slackerz Gabe, and bringing you another Smash Brothers, I guess, like top 5, kind of top 10 list sort of video, because these are so fun to make, and a lot of people seem to really enjoy just taking a peek at the list, you know, no matter how realistic or stupid the idea might be. It's always fun to come up with one of these. So today's video, I thought we'd kind of go another top 5 character list, but this time we're going to go over, like, it's not the top 5, but it's, we'll say, 5 WTF characters that could be considered for the upcoming Super Smash Brothers Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. So these are just completely my ideas. You can agree, you can disagree, you can yell at me, oh, that's the worst idea ever. Keep in mind, this list is just for fun, but at the same time, there's a chance that these characters could be considered for that WTF character spot. I am a little concerned this time around that there might not be a WTF character, but then again, Sakurai always kind of has something hiding and in waiting and up his sleeve, you know, so who knows what happens. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So first character up is Labo Man. Now, yes, we've heard this one ever since the Labo kit came out, and who was it, Game Explain? I think they did a video, or they found a video from some guy on Twitter, I think it was, and they did like an animation on how Labo Man could potentially work. I think he could be considered. I still think he'd be way too new, because we all know, or if you don't, the Smash roster was pretty much finalized in really late 2015, really early 2016, and if, you know, Labo Man, the Labo kit, whatever you want to call it, if that wasn't really a thought until, like, oh, say early 2017, you know, or who knows when, you know, that thought actually came out for the whole Labo construction kit. But I still think, you know, Labo Man's got to be somewhat, you know, kind of thought of, at least. He would be perfect for a WTF character spot. It's like, wait a minute. What? I mean, that's what a WTF character is. It just makes you think, like, really? This character gets in over somebody that, you know, might actually deserve it. But that's what's fun about the WTF characters. So people actually really hate them and think they actually kind of take away a spot from, you know, somebody more deserving. And you could argue that point. But I believe, you know, having, you know, a few spots on the roster for, like, these WTF characters are really, I think they're cool and unique to have, because, you know, it's somebody you don't think of. It's, you know, like, you don't think they'd ever become a playable character in a game such as Smash Brothers. But I got Labo Man as one of them, so I guess we got, what, 4 more to go. And I think up next, I've mentioned this in my own roster, Nestor. I got a few screenshots from, I think it was an April Fool's joke a few years ago. I think this was this posted on the actual Smash Bros. Website? I don't remember, but these were online, and I mean, hey, they got Nestor on here. You know, Nestor is from the Nintendo Power Series. He's from a long time ago. He's like a comic strip, I believe, you know. How his moves work, I think he's got the NES Zapper in his hand, his right hand there in this picture. I guess you could put that into his moveset somehow, but I don't know. It's kind of a cool way to, you know, represent Nintendo's history, you know, with the Nintendo Power magazine. I think that it would be a really cool inclusion. And ever since, like, this was even thought of for an idea for Smash Wii U and 3DS, I kind of the idea kind of started growing on me a bit, and I was like, you know what, Nestor would be perfect for that WTF character spot. He really would. Great history with Nintendo. You know, like, why would this guy get in over other people? I don't know. I just think that's so fun to think of, and you know, just the whole idea of, you know, it'd be pretty cool to see. In my opinion, it would. When I made my roster a few weeks ago, there's a lot of people, because I actually had Nestor as one of my WTF characters, and I got a few comments saying, you know, really, Nestor, you're jumping on that bandwagon? I'm not jumping on it, because I've been on it since pretty much these leaks came out. So I don't know, I just wanted to include Nestor on this list because I thought it'd be a pretty cool inclusion. So let's move on to the next character. And does anybody know who Boshi is? Yes, Boshi, perfect, right? Wasn't he in like Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars? I think wasn't he in that game? He'd be perfect. I don't know if you could just make him a straight up. You could make him a straight up Echo Fighter of Yoshi if you really wanted to. If it came down to it, I just think it'd be pretty cool. He's not like a character that really gets talked about like ever, but isn't that what would be perfect for him to be considered for one of these spots? I think it would be. He's kind of like a Yoshi with like a badass attitude, kind of. So I mean, he differentiates himself a bit. He's got his shades on. He's got the kind of the spike collar going on. So he's got his own kind of vibe going on about him, which I like. So it would definitely separate himself from Yoshi. He's got the different look. Blue and green, different colors, but the just the attitudes that they would have, the personality, and that is one thing that Sakurai likes when he's coming up with characters is their personality and how that would how can you incorporate that into like a moveset to make them feel like themselves. So I don't know. I think it'd be pretty. Boshi was just one I was just thinking of out of the blue, just randomly, and I'm like, perfect. I think he'd be great for a WTF character. Do I ever expect him to be playable? No, I don't. But just for the sake of argument, I wanted to throw him on this list because I thought it'd be pretty funny to see. I really did. So yeah, I got Boshi for my. Is that my third character? I think that's the third one. So up next, stick with me on this one a bit. Old Impa, the old version of Impa. Some people say that's the true version of Impa from Legend of Zelda series. She did have the iteration of like the younger, like when most people think of Impa and if putting her in Smash Bros, they think of her having like the moveset from Hyrule Warriors, and I can totally understand that. I had the younger Impa as a Echo Fighter of Sheik in my game, or my roster a few weeks ago. Had quite a few people think that was a good idea. I think I had 2 people that were like, there's no way that could work. But then one person, and I just thought this was funny, and I just want to say this. Honestly, I'd have to go back through the comments, but this was such a funny comment. Have old Impa be... Okay, it wouldn't stay true to the character and all that, so this would never work. But have old Impa be an Echo Fighter of Wario. Just imagine how stupid and funny that would be. Imagine all the trolling you could do in games. It would be, that would be so hilarious. I know it would never happen. She would never be an Echo Fighter. She would never be an Echo Fighter of Wario. It won't happen. But I'm just thinking how funny it would actually be to see something like that. It would make the first Echo Fighter have a moveset from somebody that's not from their own series. You could argue that point, an Echo Fighter should be somebody from their own series. That's a different discussion. Right now we're just having a fun discussion about potential WTF characters. I just, old Impa would be pretty funny. Plus, Legend of Zelda, I do think deserves another playable rep besides Three Links, Zelda, Sheik, and then a Ganondorf. Get somebody else from the franchise, Skull Kid, a Midna, or something like that. But in this case, we're going old Impa just for the lulz. So I think we got one character left. Yes, I put Sandbag in here. Why not? Think about it. A WTF character from something that's already in the game. Yes, you're like, how would Sandbag even work? He could run around, fly. I don't know. Side smash would be, he could charge up like a headbutt kind of thing. He could do like a dive, like when he gets hit with a home run bat and how he goes flying. You could kind of somehow use that, like that momentum that he has for like a side smash or something stupid like that. I don't know. It probably wouldn't work, I know, but just, I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty hilarious, just trying to imagine Sandbag as a playable character in Smash Bros. Come on. That's hilarious. It really is. Come on. Hey, this list is for fun. This list is just for fun. So, of course, I wanted to put him in here. I just think Sandbag. Come on. Imagine Sandbag online against Cloud or something like that. That would be so just like what? What is happening here? People would be so confused. I think, again, all these people that I listed, all these characters I listed, I think they fit perfectly for that WTF kind of character spot. I'm only doing 5 characters today. I can do another one later on. I got a few more characters that definitely would fit that spot, but just wanted to make kind of a shorter video, not like a top 5, but shorter, 5 characters that could be considered for WTF characters. So, I mean, that's what I got today. I got Sandbag, Old Impa, Boshi, Nestor, and of course Labo Man. I think that makes the most, maybe not the most sense, but you can at least consider them for that WTF character. They all bring their own sort of wackiness in some way, which would fill the spot pretty cool. But that's what I got for today. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you agree with any of these characters? Do you have what character would you really like to see for your own like WTF character? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. So leave that stuff down in the comments down below, and I guess that's gonna wrap up this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and yeah, hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.